Hello. Hey guys. When you jump on, if you could just comment and let me know you're here, send some hearts so I know everything is working well. I am actually at a retreat right now, our coach's diamond retreat, so just want to make sure that everything, Wi-Fi is working well. Hi. Okay, so my name is Kristin Fields, and I am so excited to talk with you guys today about capitalizing and utilizing launches to boost your business. If you don't know, if you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, Lift 4, Mr. Moss are officially launching soon, Shift Shop Proving Grounds is coming, Transform 20 is on its way, and so today I'm going to share my thoughts, ideas, strategies for leading up to a launch in 4 main areas of people, the tracking system I use, and then the follow-up process afterwards. So first, before anything, it all starts with you, and I cannot stress this enough. Beachbody is amazing, and especially with the development of BOD, we are getting so many more opportunities, so much more frequently than we used to add more tools to our belt to help more people. But at the end of the day, you committing to a program, you sharing that journey on your social media, and you earning your results is how you see success in this business. You have to be proof of the products in the program's bottom line. And I know that not every product or program is going to be right for every person. Totally get that. But I do strongly believe that you should give every program or product a try because one, you don't know if it's not for you if you don't do it. Like you never know. And even if it ends up not being your soulmate program, which is fine because not all of them are going to be, we're all different. You have no idea who else is out there watching you do this program and which one of them it might be the answer for. It might be what changed their life and they wouldn't have seen that if they don't see you doing it. So I commit to doing it. And once I commit to doing the program, I come up with a game plan for when I'm going to start, when my group is going to start for it, when I need to have people order by, when I need to be posting, and when I'm going to run like sneak peeks and different things like that, which I'm going to go into far below. So committing and then making a plan to execute. So once you have committed to learning about and doing the program, I think the next most important step is getting your team involved in this too. And this is huge for so many reasons. To get my team involved first, I always like to do a team-wide like training or team call on the facts and my plan for executing my whole plan that I came up with the launch. So I will gather information on like cost, equipment, the workout times, etc. All of that good stuff that I can get through videos in the champions page or on the FAQ or all of the different places that we have to utilize. And I make sure to put the FAQ number in like my PowerPoint so that my coaches can go back and look at it when they have further questions. And then I lay out my exact plan for how I am advertising for it, the groups I'm offering. So for example, I like to do a sneak peek launch group for each individual program or product that is coming out. And this group is devoted to providing information for potential challengers, creating excitement, and creating FOMO. So for Lift 4, for example, we posted like a fact about the program every morning, a fact about the trainers because, you know, we had to show off Joel and what people are going to be seeing. And then in the afternoons, we would post like a transformation from the test group. And so we're giving them information, we're creating that excitement. And then as it got closer, we went live in there to talk about all of the different options for signing up, laying all those out detailed and how it may like apply for each person. And then the other group that I like to do is like a team-wide challenge group. And, you know, depending on your team size, this may be feasible or not, but I run this on the My Challenge Tracker app. You could totally do it on Facebook. And I love these because there's so much strength in numbers that come in this group. Having a big group of your coaches and their challengers doing this program together for the first time creates such an amazing vibe. And also for newer coaches who are coming on that may not be comfy running their own challenge group yet, this really allows them to focus on sharing about it, getting used to sharing about the programs and like inviting people to something without the stress of like having to run their own challenge group first. So this allows them to do that. And then I handle the like actual posts inside the group. And also, so I let my team know that both of these, I let them know about this and like part of my game plan for these, advertising and strategy behind them in the team call that I do. And I let them know that they are more than welcome to run each of these on their own, and I can, give them my tools for that, or they can join in on this and make it like a really big experience. I also stress the importance among everything of my coaches and my team doing the programs if they are wanting to build a business. I had a lot of coaches who, after doing 80-Day Obsession, were really excited to jump into round 2 of it, and instead of doing like Live For the early access. And I love their excitement. I love that they loved 80-Day Obsession, but I really encourage them to think about that choice. These programs aren't going anywhere. They're staying on BOD. You can always do another round of 80-Day Obsession later. You already have a before and after from that program. You already have shown people what committing to that looks like. Why not add another tool to your toolbox and be one of the first people to show them what even another program or tool can offer? So I know that it's really easy to get into our groove with like the programs that we love and just want to keep doing those over and over again. But you have to think like each of these are tools to help more people, and the more experience we can get with them, like the more advantage we have, like the more tools we have to help people. And something else to think about, like if you're not committing to doing these programs, like doing these launches during the early access, think about if you're on your social media and you're posting about a different program and your potential challengers are scrolling through and looking, and maybe they see a coach doing Live For and they get really excited hearing it's 4 days a week and all of that, and they don't see you doing it. A lot of people don't know how this works, this whole thing works. They don't know that like we all have access to give them the same things, and they may just naturally go to that other coach and choose them over you because they don't see you doing the new stuff. So just something to think about. I really encourage all of my coaches to do the program, get the early access, and do the same thing with their teams and their coaches. Plug into their coaches and encourage them to do the same thing. Because you guys, if you can get your team behind these launches, doing it right beside you, your volume and your income is going to increase significantly, and you're giving inactive coaches a great way to get reinvested. And think about the new success stories and social media content that you guys are all creating together to show different people with all different types of stories how they can absolutely do this program. For example, one of my coaches was 22 weeks pregnant when she started Live For, and she messaged me and was like, I don't know if I should do it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be too hard. And I encouraged her to do so. And being able to share her doing this entire program, start to finish, modifying it as her pregnancy continued and as she needed to modify, and showing her amazing ripped upper body results afterwards, like it was an asset to our whole team. Your team is comprised of so many different types of people, and being able to show people who are brand new on their fitness journey, who are pregnant, who have injuries, who are, at different weights and things like that, showing everybody being able to do this program and making it theirs, it's amazing. And it keeps adding new tools to that gigantic toolbox that you have, where when you have a potential challenger say, I don't know if it's right for me because of X, Y, and Z, you can say, I have a coach on my team who, is very similar to you, and let me show you her experience with this. So getting your team behind it is absolutely essential. After I get my team more involved, I dig into my past challengers. So that's the next group that I really dig into. I like to get my challenge group, get into my current ones, create videos, and talk about the new programs coming out. And then I let them know, because they're already working with me, they get first dibs and special deals with the completion packs and the other promos that we have going on. And I also let them know that there's no pressure to join like the new program. They always are welcome to be in my monthly groups, but I just like giving choices. I like giving the options so they can either be in my monthly group or they can join my VIP launch group and go through this program side by side with me for the first time. And because I have experienced doing a program when it like launches or doing the early access and being the first one to do it alongside another group of people doing it for the first time, like my team or my challengers can feel my excitement when I'm talking about it. And so they want to be a part of that too. And also, because they already know and trust me, it's really easy to be able to talk with them about how different 80-day obsession was, or like how different the 4 is, and how you never tried the performance line, it might be a good idea to try it with how intense these workouts are going to be with the more lifting styles. And with that, it also makes it much easier to breadcrumb and talk about coaching, and how even for the discount, if they're going to be investing in Shakeology and new programs and, you know, getting the performance line, that they could save by signing up as a coach and get the discount. So the second thing I like to do, like I get into my challenge groups, I talk to them, and then I like to go through my customers list in the back office. So cool that it's so easy to get in there and access that. And I start reaching back out to past challengers. So you can easily set up an email system if you wanted, and email past challengers and just let them know, like, we have this new program coming out, you could be a part of this group. I personally like to message people and just depending on the person, say something like, hey, just wanted to check back in with you, see how things were going. It's been a little while since you've been in my groups, and I just wanted to let you know you're always welcome back whenever you're ready. Or if you have someone specific in mind, it's even more powerful to say, like, I know that you're a runner and that you're training for that half marathon. If you are interested in jumping back in my groups, I think this new program would be amazing for you because it's 4 days a week and you can train for your half marathon on those rest days in the program. So just having, you know, reaching out, thinking of those people, but really digging back in. This is such an awesome time to get them re-involved, get them reinvested. And then when they say, like, yeah, I'd love to be, you know, I'd love to jump back in, I've been thinking about messaging you. I love giving options, like I said, so I will provide the same things that I mentioned before. Let them know that I have 2 options for them. They can jump into my VIP early access group and do this new program right alongside with me, or they are welcome to jump back into my monthly groups. And just a great way to renew people's interest, show them that you're still thinking about them, that you care about them, and that you want to help them. And also, maybe, you know, if they're jumping back in, they're gonna want to get back on Shakeology or get back on their performance line. So you're opening back up the door. It is so much easier for someone to respond to a message from you reaching out versus sometimes it's scary for them to admit that they fell off the wagon and they, you know, they're scared or nervous to admit that to you and not want to reach out to tell you. So it just gives them kind of an olive branch. And then the last group of people are completely new challengers. And I actually think this is the easier area to create excitement and utilize momentum for, because if you are committing to these new programs and you are excited about coming out and you doing it for the first time and having people do it alongside you, that's going to come across through your posts because you're authentically feeling that. It's going to authentically, like, people are going to be able to tell. So create posts, utilize Insta stories. You can share transformations from the test group, but harness the excitement that is already out there. Like Beachbody's creating excitement, your upline's probably creating some excitement, you've got excitement in your team page. It's just use that. That momentum in this business is everything. And if you can jump on that and join it, it will just come so easy to share that stuff on social media. But use some creativity, put your own spin on it, share your story and how this program is going to fit into your life, because that's how you're gonna find your people, right? Like people who can relate to you and say like, oh my gosh, I'm a busy mom and 4 days a week sounds friggin' amazing. Like I wanna do that too. So sharing your story and creating, like not just sharing the transformations and from other people, sharing how it's gonna fit into your life and why you're excited to do it. And then having a game plan ahead of time, like I talked about earlier, when you commit and then you have something to invite them to, is super duper important. So you're posting on social media, what are you gonna do next? Like, where are you gonna put those people? So for example, having that Facebook group that I talked about where like I'm sharing the information, it has worked out really well for me because I can post a call to action, talk about how excited I am for this new program coming out, and then just share the link to that group at the bottom of my post. And I have found that, like, for some reason, people seem to be much more comfortable adding themselves to a group, like just clicking a button versus messaging me or commenting to be added or even filling out a form to be added. It just seems to be less scary of a step. So with that, I do always add, since I am opening up the group to my entire team, anyone who wants to do it, I do always add the questions option to my group so that when people request access, they have to answer whether they're a coach already, and if not, who is their coach or the coach that they saw the link for and clicked from. And this helps with being able to track people and also make sure everyone in the group is accounted for and being followed up with at the end. So once I have that group open, I always, like I said, I make it available to my coaches. So I'll throw the link in our team page and tell them that they are, more than welcome to add themselves if they're committing to the program. And if they want to invite for it, they can start sharing the link or adding people into it that are interested. And then I add in my past challengers who have showed interest in my challenge group or through our messages. And then any newbies that show interest and or click on that link. And while I'm adding in these past challengers or newbies, I like to keep track of them in an Excel spreadsheet. But don't overcomplicate or overthink this. You can do whatever tracking system works best for you. I love Excel. I love seeing everything super duper organized, but do what works for your business. It's super important to have some sort of tracking system though, because you want to see who's interested. And then I'll put, what package they're interested in. I'll put their emails, their Shakeology performance line, flavor choices. And so then once the launch goes live, I can literally just sit there with my Excel sheet, I have everything in one place, put all the orders into Share a Cart and send the links, and it makes the process so much quicker. It's amazing. And then because I'm an organization lover, I start color coding based on whether they purchased or not. If they told me that they're not interested anymore, or if they tell me I need to wait till payday, I'll add a note that on blah, blah, blah day, I need to follow up with them specifically again, before or on that date. And so once people ordered, I highlight them, I create that excitement in that group that we have, in that launch sneak peek group. I will create a post where once you signed up, drop a selfie below or, drop your confirmation email below. So everyone else in the group is seeing people are getting involved in doing it. And this is a great reason why having your team involved, because there's so much strength in numbers. You're creating so much FOMO. When you have all of these people saying I'm in, I got mine. It makes other people be oh, well, maybe I should do it too. And I also normally do a little giveaway or something for people who have ordered a challenge pack or completion pack by a certain date. I like to create some sense of urgency there and get people to make that commitment, because I have found that the longer people have to think about it, they tend to, we think ourselves out of things. So that creates excitement and gives them some urgency to go ahead and join us. And then, after the follow-up, after the launch, following up like a freaking boss, that. You guys, my team hears this from me religiously, probably, but follow-ups are everything. They are 90%, if not more, of where my business comes from is from follow-ups. And so I'm always going to be messaging those people who showed that they were interested a week into the program, checking back in, talking with them about how much I'm loving the program and how, you should know these people because you're having conversations with them. Share about how you think after your first week, your personal experiences, how you think it's going to work for them and help them as well. Ask them, as always, ask them at the end if they're interested in jumping in. And then in the launch group, I like to do a similar thing. So a week or so after, for Lift 4, we posted just made a post we're a week in, I'm loving this program so much, and asked everybody that's doing it to comment their favorite workout so far or their favorite thing about the program. And so everyone is oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm feeling it so much. I'm loving the relaxed meal plan. They're sharing all these favorite things, and everybody in the group who hasn't committed yet is still getting these notifications. So it's just creating that FOMO that we talked about, and it's a way of following up that's not that's in addition to those direct messages. And so with all of this, I just want you to remember a couple of things. No matter whether your team is new or small or anything like that, whether you're a superstar team, you getting your team involved and creating that excitement in your team page, you doing the calls and getting, even if you just get one coach to commit besides you, and maybe she gets one coach or one challenger to commit with her, that's growth, you guys. Like, that's how this business is built, with those small steps, those small decisions adding up over time. You guys start loving the program. People are seeing it on your social media. Your other coaches are seeing it. Your challengers and your challenge groups are seeing it. Same with your coach, same with her coach. And it's just all going to build upon each other. But it all starts with you. And the last thing, there is almost never, and I say almost never, there is almost never too late of a time to do a launch. At any point, you can say, hey team, let's all do a launch for 2B Mindset. Let's advertise for it, create a sneak peek, and all get started on whatever day. And I say almost never because there are some things like pumpkin spice that you could miss out on and not get a do-over right away. But if you didn't do early access for Lift 4 or Mess to Moss, it's not the end of the world. It's about to officially come out. Like, it's still brand new. It's not too late. There are still millions of people who have never tried it. So commit to doing it. You commit first. You make a plan. You get your team excited about it. Get them all involved. Let them know your plan and execute. And it's just not too late. Like, your business is still going to boom and skyrocket. So I really encourage you guys all to be excited. We have so much newness coming out, and it's just, this is such an exciting time in Beachbody, and it's really up to us to take these tools that Beachbody is giving us and make the most out of them. So thank you all for having me today. I had so much fun sharing, and just let me know if you guys have any questions.